Welcome back to Warcraft with a lower bracket final 1-0 again fighting an Orc. This time it's FoCuS who won 3 cups last week. Taidu Esports Masters Qualifier 3, Holds Cup and Jara Cup. So this guy is on a roll, defeated So-In 2-0. Seemingly easy. But can he beat 1-0? Would love to know the statistics, so I'm looking it up. FoCuS versus 1-0 is slightly in favor of the Undead, but it's very close. It's 3-4, but they didn't meet this year. It's the first time in 2017 that we have FoCuS versus 1-0. So throw out all the statistics out the window. They don't say anything. What is really important is the here and now. As we go in game. There we go. And we start on AZ. They met already? When and where? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Dude, what is wrong with me? They met... Was it Taidu Masters, right? 3-0, 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago. FoCuS killed him 3-0. Exactly, I forgot about that. Yeah, it was Taidu Qualifier 3, right? Exactly. Then statistics need a little update. And I shouldn't trust the statistics too much. Yeah, FoCuS 3-0. That will not happen again. I'm very, very sure about that. Especially when there's so much money on the line. He will not allow that. I was casting it. How can I forget about that, man? Jesus. So, again, the same matchup. And it's going to be interesting to see how different FoCuS plays it. The only Korean left in this tournament after he eliminated So-In. Of course, a Blade Master. We haven't seen Amazonia yet. And yeah, as chat mentioned, 3-0 2 weeks ago. That was a big surprise, and that was the crazy week of FoCuS, where he won that. Oh, it was last week. 3 weeks, where he won 3 tournaments in 1 week.
A player's forces are under attack.
He was god tier then. Nobody really had a chance against him, but that was not the 1-0 that we saw today. That was not the impressive Undead God with the perfect timings and the perfect micro. Something was off there. He killed the Acolyte, focused a bit on that to make sure that this won't be denied. Interesting first creep here. So he can harass and creep at the same time. Usually the laboratory is the first thing you do. Ring of Protection.
A player's forces are under attack.
So Blade Master close to 2, DK not in range, but also very close to Unholy Aura. Tech almost at the same time. Look at this army of skeletons. 1-0 the Necromancer. Especially in the early game. I don't really know how much or how many rods he uses in a game. I would love to track that. But it must be a lot. FoCuS aggressive now. DK tried to last hit something in the early game that was not possible. Let's see if his equivalent, his first hero, can do a little better. So far, both parties play it safe. Won't allow last hits. Retreat after a few hits. And waiting for the tag. And their support units, Lich and Shadowhunter.
A player's forces are under attack.
But now FoCuS splits his grunts and gets the kills. That's level 2, man. And the crits are coming out. And he gets... yeah. The entire spot. He got all kills there. So the aggressiveness of FoCuS definitely pays off. The little Korean, so calm and friendly in real life. But once he handles the Blade Master, bloodlust is floating through his body. So immediate tier 3, no Lich yet.
Forces are under attack.
And 1-0 is struggling so hard for this Renegade with it. This is not normal at all. Or a little too early for FoCuS. And so the Death Knight all of a sudden out-leveling him. And FoCuS has to reset his prio. Shadowhunter's coming out tier 3 Beastery.
A player's forces are under attack.
But FoCuS feels confident, I think. Creeping this right in front of 1-0's base was not the greatest idea, as he's punished by a coil and has to run away now with speed scroll. Overstayed his welcome. Was a little too confident with his Shadowhunter coming soon. And now he needs time. A lot of time, which 1-0 I guess will not give him. They're about to expire. So where's the Lich? It's a very, very late Lich.
A town is under siege.
Does he want level 3 DK first? I don't get this.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, he needs that now. Sasquatch must be 1-0s, and it is. Wind of Illusion for additional scouting. But Devotion Aura and almost level 2. He can creep this in all peace. Like, everything is hurt, yeah. But he knows about that. And he knows where the Undead army was, because he was there with the Blade Master, so no trouble. And here comes the Lich. After 7 minutes.
A player's forces are under attack.
Usually you regain a little map control with the Lich, since it disables the Blade Master to a degree. Not happening here. Big healing potion again. You see a lot of big healing potions today. But yeah, fly with Hex and Snare, FoCuS with Hex and Snare dictates the pace of the game. No level 3 Blade Master though. Destroyer upgrade. So it's the stuff we saw against Fly. Boots of Kel'Thalas. And that is level 3. I guess he's going for crit now. Let's see about that. No, it's Windwalk, interestingly. Looks like he expects 1-0 to creep a lot more. And dodging fights. And once again, Dark Ranger time. I mean, on Amazonia, it makes sense to go for her. Oh, Zapper with a speed scroll. FoCuS abuse. Ooh, there are some hits, and the Acolyte blocks. Well done, and he kills the Zapper of FoCuS. Not detonating in time. Huge investment. Zappers are really expensive, and what a reaction by that Chinese kid. FoCuS with a Black Citadel. Blocking with an Acolyte. Haunting with Ghouls. Well done. And this is also not the greatest position for 1-2-0 here. Statue and Snared both of them. Blade Master damage a little low here. Plus, of course, he's slowed, and what a nuke from that level 2 Lich and Blade Master and DK. But he gets the kill finally. Level 3 on the Shadow Hunter. He was waiting for that. Where's the healing? Waiting for the cooldown, most likely. And stomping both heroes so he can't really hunt him. And he saves that heal wave.
A player's forces are under attack.
Heal self is enough. And can FoCuS engage again. 50 food versus 46. He got a few kills. And of course the Blade Master is down, but the Dark Ranger is in trouble. There is a lot of mana though. Yeah, uses it now. Going for the Ogre, gets it. Invul Potion. Well done, he needs it! Oh boy, what a save on that TC. Many fiends now. I think he has to focus on them, and that's exactly what he does. Coil comes in. Second last one, most likely. Depends on the mana regen. Gets another Raider here, but it's a trade. Calls for Ghouls, but his heroes have to be careful now. Ah, there's no Nova anymore. And no Coil, but the right clicks are enough. TC dead, thanks to the silence. But another Fiend drops low and out of the game. Oh, what a fight again. Another Raider down. The Kodo eat? Yes, it did. Sometimes it looks like 1-0 makes, in a fight, he makes all the right decisions. What a block. And gets another kill. FoCuS can't handle that. At the moment. But he re-engages with one heal wave. Wants to get rid of the statue. That's the right call to do. So no regen anymore. But there's still a lot of fiends. And in combination with the Lich, this is so strong. Level 2 on the Dark Ranger finally. TC is coming back. And again he trades Raiders for... For once the timing was wrong. But if he kills the Blade Master for it, that was the right call. Windwalk again. No shade nearby, but he reveals himself. Stomp doesn't hit the DK. Hex does. Oh, the blocks. The blocks. He's in range of the Lich. He's in range of the Fiends. 8 HP, my lord. But how does he want to fight now? He can't come back. Windwalk is so far away. Kodo dies. Fiend is back. And the statue is doing mana regeneration. Blade Master, look at this. Gets an invul now with 30 HP. He can't join that fight. No mana potion, no heal potion.
Player's forces are under attack.
Mass repair on the shot now, but it's too late. How does he want to heal up his Blade Master now? I mean, there's a self, but that was the third last one. It's just a level 3 blade with level 1 crit. Would it be the other way around? I think there would be a chance. But he still has the critical, or a little mass of fiends. Not the critical mass, but a good amount of fiends. So he can't snipe out the Raiders, as well as the Kodo. Level 3 on the Lich now. Eats a fiend to deny it. It gets the coil with it as well. FoCuS is fighting, but I doubt it's gonna be enough. Invul Potion now, and yeah, there is no shop, there is no heal wave. Oh, nice stomp to run away even further. Dancing on a knife's edge on his own, maybe, is the DK, but I doubt he can hold this much longer. 32 versus 47. Again, ventures out to the shop for an invul potion, but it's on cooldown. And there's a Nova soon. Triple hero is all that FoCuS has. No crits, and he's blocked, and no wind walk, and right clicks, and whoa, that heal wave, but Nova is too much, and the Blade Master falls. And again, that is the focus point of this army. Everything is dropping low. And that must be it. GG! 1-0 again, winning the first map against his opponent, just like he did against Fly. And might be able to get a rematch if he wins one more map. Yeah, I think FoCuS's harass was good in the beginning, but he couldn't follow that up somehow, especially at the fight at the 6 o'clock position at the expansion. That was not ideal. He lost a lot there, and from then on 1-0 was so strong and so dominant, never allowed him to get back in the game. Never allowed him to catch a breath. And I think there was one coil that didn't find his target. And he always knows when to focus the Blade Master and when to save his fiends or destroyers. And FoCuS didn't have enough damage to deal against that. Or to deal with that. Thank you, MLMO, for the subscription. Hope you will enjoy it. As we are in the next game, it's going to be Echo Isles. So again, a map that we haven't seen so far. FoCuS is ready. With his back against the wall, one Korean is already out. Will the last one be eliminated here as well? We started with 3 Koreans. Lucifer was eliminated in round 1 of the lower bracket by Infi before he lost to Soin, surprisingly. And yeah, we have seen Soin's last game against FoCuS today. And now the last stand for Korea is fighting for his tournament life. Those are the 2 players. The 71% against Undead. I mean, there are a lot of Jara Cups in there as well, so the competition against Orc for 1-0 is higher than FoCuS's competition against Undead. But still, he does have positive stats against him, thanks to the 3-0 last week. But let's see for how much longer. Echo Isles it is. Oops, score. Match point Undead. And this is Claw City. FoCuS does need his legendary luck today, I guess. 1 or 2 claws I think would be enough. If he gets up to plus 20 damage, then it's a lot harder for 1-0 to coil against. And creeping will be key here. And, of course, you all know it. Shop control. Limited amount of invo potions. Heal scroll is not really necessary. As it's always targeting 1 unit. And thank you Seaside1337 for the sub as well. Yeah, creeping will be important here. Shop control will be important here. And that's going to be the task in the early game. If 1-0 wins this map, we get the rematch in a best of 5 against Fly. And psychologically, coming from the lower bracket into a grand final with a 2-0 against the currently second best org in the world would be a statement, as we have seen how dominant FoCuS was recently. Gloves of Haste and one Burrow Tech on the other side, one Ziggurat Tech, still a little slower due to the graveyard.
A player's forces are under attack.
Acolyte denied. Skeletons, skeletons, skeletons everywhere. But so far he can't do too much. Does he go for the creep? No, just the circlet. That would be way too ambitious. Scouts the shop, sees okay, circlet is gone. He's trying to find me somewhere and going for the easy claw spots. This might be stolen though. Coil versus backstab, right clicks. Coil wins this usually. Depends on how much damage the DK takes, and so far it's looking good for FoCuS. Takes away half of the HP from 1 to 0's first hero, and you don't want to lose that much HP. Ghouls are creeping the rare green spot though, so Death Knight gets a bit of HP. Coil not coming in. Ring of Protection though, but level 2 for him. Here we see... Oh, it's not ghouls, it's fiends. But the early game of FoCuS is good. Did not prevent level 2, but got the damage here. More fiends as tier 2 is closing in. Very early Berserker. And a lot of damage on that grunt. Oh boy, just barely saves it. Claw plus 9 boots or Pendant of Energy is what he wants here. And boots. Boots is cool. Once again, a very ballsy play, very risky play from the Chinese. But it pays off so far. Has to use a few coils here to fasten things up. But there's always Skeleton's second coil already, but yeah, big mana makes up for it. Level 3, level 2.6 only. This time the Lich is way faster. Tier 3 Shadowhunter Bestiary, no surprise here too. That should be a surprise to FoCuS. But he stole the mercenary camp from 1 to 0 side. That's a big creep spot. That is 200 XP, sorry. Plus the big item. Oh, and against boots, I don't know. Okay, with frost armor, he can save his first hero. But 1 to 0 has to be so passive now until the statue is there, or he buys a potion, and he does. But that's 150 gold that you don't want to spend in that stage of the game, while the Shadowhunter is continuing to creep here. That's good Playmaster control with plus 8. Stole that claw. So far, this is a good map for FoCuS. Gets a Wand of Lightning Shield if he fights before destroyers are there. That will hurt, especially if you use it on a TC. And then Storm, Lightning Shield, you know. It will take a lot of damage. Still keeping the ring. Not going for invols. And again, this is not a creep spot you do at that stage of the game. But FoCuS knows about it. And joins in. He needs level 3, he gets level 3. No Nova yet, so not too much danger for that Blade Master here. Oops, steals one creep. Can he deny? If he denies the big turtle, opens up a lot of possibilities for the mid game. Shadowhunter creeps his own Merc Camp, so he gets both of them. And dealing with the turtle is not as easy as it looks. A lot of damage here. Blade Master still healthy. No potion anymore, though. No, that was level 2 for the Lich.
Players' forces are under attack.
And parry up. On the other side, the Shadowhunter got also a parry up. As the TC joins. Burrow and Destroyer upgrade. DK walks back to get an orb. Blade Master's not interested in this Murloc camp. He will regret it if it's a town portal though. No Orb of Lightning on his side. I think the TC will buy it and bring it to him. Level 2.5. Still big mana potion. And since we know how effective he is with his coils, this bigger mana potion can bring the victory. But then we have 2 claws, plus gloves, plus orb. Keeps 1 claw on the Shadowhunter. That was a mistake for sure. I hope this won't decide the game. Blade Master tanking a lot here. Pit Lord this time. For the first time today, 1-0 decides to go for Hall of Terror. Storm to... Got it Hex just a little too late. Otherwise, the Pit Lord would be dead, but I think this is the case anyway. Another time that the Stomp is too late. And now the TC is in trouble. Speed Scroll has been used. And nice defense by 1-0. Of course, the Pit Lord took a lot of damage, but that's his purpose. With his big model. Blocking the way to the Fiends. Can't really do too much against it, and engaging there, maybe not the smartest thing for FoCuS, who's still ahead in upkeep. Now, Warsong Battle Drums upgrade. How much does the Blade Master have? Plus 23. This will be boosted once the Battle Drums are ready. No level 3 on the Lich. Heal Scroll. Okay. Nice burrow there. And FoCuS really wants to fight. Reveal being used. Fiend is dead. Only level 1 crit. Oh, the TC. He's in trouble. Repositions himself. 1 destroyer in the air. But Potion, Nova, Heal Wave, Howl of Terror being used again. So the TC should be safe for now. Nope, he's not. Coil was ready. Not even using the big mana potion. So no Stomp anymore. No Aura anyway. It looks like FoCuS is okay. Trading Grunts versus Fiends. If he gets rid of the statue, which he does, this is looking good for him. Howl of Terror applied again. No Dispel, no Walkers. 41 versus 49. 1-0 is struggling, but he still has his 3 heroes. And Undead triple hero, we all know how strong it is. Time to get 2 kills here. Oh, rewarded with a destroyer kill though. Blade Master's going on the Lich Hunt and Snare. Backstab. No! Swaps the potion. Well done. But Crits is too strong. Swaps the Town Portal as well to save his second hero. The key of this army. But FoCuS was right to be aggressive. Despite the TC loss. That was a lot of dead Fiends. And the statue as well. Only a Sacrificial Pit now, still no double damage mitigation. But winning that fight gives him shop control which is an Invo Potion, 2 Invo Potions. Oh, and a tiny Great Hall. Before going to 50, he invests in this Expo. And there's one guy who won't allow the greed of FoCuS. Mana Potion on the DK. Apart from that, not too much. Still have 2 involts on Orc Heroes. Shadowhunter is never a target in the hero nukes. Showing that he's always in a great position in those fights. Against Fly and against FoCuS now.
A player's forces are under attack.
And another fight. This time it might be a better position for 1-0, but his DK, his catch there, 120 crit. Damage mitigation is applied, but there is no TP. And 1-0 loses. No, FoCuS the Blade Master now loses the DK thanks to the heal wave. And now without Aura, he can't run away, he can't coil. He only has to keep his Blade Master alive, and he should be safe. Lich has no mana anymore. Here comes the next heal wave, and 1-0 is falling apart so far. More Headhunters streaming in. The statues are gone. He's still willing to fight because he has the Lich. But it's just a matter of time, as it seems. Can he buy back the DK? No, he can't. Blade Master level 4. Critical Strike level 2 now. Invo Potion is on cooldown. Has been transferred. There's no Raider anymore, but a Wyvern. Alright. FoCuS is dominant. He has to be aware that there's a Nova. He's level 2, has a Storm, goes for the Lich now. Still has to be aware of a Nova, but Heal Wave is there. And if the Lich dies, this game is over. Here we go. Equalizer. Oh, and what's going on in 1-2-0's head now? It's the same situation that we saw against Fly. Winning the first map, losing the second. Will history repeat, and will the only remaining undead be eliminated, leaving him with a bronze medal? We will see that very soon. Thank you, Mini Gumbo, for 9 months. It's a baby! And AKS period for the first time sub via Prime. Thank you very much for the support, guys. As we have 1,500 people on stream. That's very nice for a Sunday early afternoon. Yeah, that was interesting in the final fight down there. Why was the DK there? Usually, he rarely makes a mistake when it comes to DK positioning. Once, if he has HP, then he sends him to the front line. But without backup, hard to say. FoCuS equalizes. Last map is gonna be Turtle Rock. And we saw it before, that this map creates amazing games. Just thinking of Fly vs 1-0, of course, just a half an hour ago or an hour ago. Think about WFZ versus Fly, where we saw an Alchemist, a game that Fly is never supposed to win, but he did. And Laufan is asking, can we go? And we get a go by both players. So, last map of this lower bracket final starts right now. Can FoCuS beat the number 1 in the world, the GCS champion, twice in a row? It would be a huge surprise. Even if FoCuS's shape is crazy recently, since the interview with Warcraft 3.info where he said I'm not focused recently, this dude is just crazy. And wins everything that he participates in. But still, the general perception is FoCuS is not an S tier player. Like TH, Lin, or 120. Or Fly. Well, Fly not all the time, but you know, the Mount Rushmore currently is 120 TH Lin. Maybe FoCuS is getting closer to their tier. Alright. Turtle Rock, you all know what that means. A lot of creeping, rushing for those observer wards, and hoping for great items. Positioning and creep routes play a big part on this map, but if there's one guy that is not 120 that revolutionized creeping in 2017, then it's FoCuS. This greedy FoCuS creep, looking for items, ignoring a lot of experience, is something we have seen before, but not to this degree. So we'll see if that helps. It will help him to get this shop. 120 will anticipate it. He knows it. This is FoCuS trademark move. Oh, and he's not going for it. Interesting. Is he waiting for 120? No, he's not. But 120 knows his DK is far away, so he wants to last it with a Fiend. This is hard. Will it work? Oh, FoCuS knew it. So well done. Both players tried to do mind tricks by delaying the last hit animation. FoCuS wins the first engagement and got the item, Gloves of Haste, and of course bought the circlet. And now he's doing the same thing here. That's exactly what I meant by creeping for items. So he kills 2 units, gets 2 items, and 120 has only the experience. First mortar is dead, finishing up the trolls easily. As tier 3 is halfway through. Oh, very late. Very, very late. This is half attack. Okay, goes for 2 fiends before the tech. That explains a lot. So he wants to go to level 3 as fast as possible, therefore prioritizing fiends. Slippers for the undead. And is it time to creep him now? Yes, it is. 120 is there. Maybe he has to use a backstab, otherwise the coil might kill him. Oh, the Death Knight is closing in. Not in time. Claws of attack. Oh, the DK is super low though. 100 HP remaining. Oh, he walks to the other side. Coil is ready. But he goes back. He's still revealed. But that doesn't do anything. FoCuS saves his first hero and gets the claw plus 9. So worth it. Did he get the ward? Yes, he did. So whenever 120 goes for the shop, he will know it. He can scan for the levels. And he knows the inventory. Blade Master's back, looking for fiends. There's 1 or 2 more coils. Okay, he can't kill anything here. Or shouldn't be able to kill anything here. Now 2 grunts arrive. But still, he can't compete with the damage Tier 3, Beastery, and Alta. I mean, Shadowhunter. And yeah, still so much time before the Lich comes out. It's gonna be a great timing for FoCuS. He positions himself very aggressively on the map. So I guess once the SH is out, he will try to hex kill them. And you know that a lot is at stake when you deny skeletons. So your opponent doesn't get those small XP points. What is it, 15? Raiders and then Snare. Shadowhunter is out. Looks like he wants to red spot creep next to 120's base. Okay. Doesn't take the big risk. Scanning for the turtles. Is he going for the main now? 120 definitely with a better decision here to go for the red spot. Even with a skull. To not lose too much HP. But this will take some time. FoCuS scans for the base and now he knows it. Will he be there in time? There's a lot of hurt units. Okay, now he picked up the rune. And Crystal Ball. Oh, so not worth it. Here is Hex. Here's Backstab. 120 will lose a lot. And... oh, not even the 1 feed. That would be crazy. Okay, 1 feed and TP. Plus the rest of the XP. So this will be level 3 Blade. Can he get revenge? No, he must wait for the Lich. But he got level 3 and the big item. Saves it though. Does not sell it. Interesting that he keeps the crystal ball, but alright. War Mill, tier 3. That means Orb and Shadowhunter. Here's the first reveal. Dust against the burrow. We have seen many orcs ignoring the dust. Or forgetting about the dust. And then you have like 3 fiends in the ground. Yeah, what do you do? Good point by Mahoney. There will be an expansion later by FoCuS somewhere. And so you can scan for it. I mean, the cooldown is rather high. But... you can scout for the position that is the furthest away. Oh... between the 2 bases? That's a big statement of confidence by FoCuS. Big mana potion. Kodo is coming.
A player's forces are under attack.
Shadowhunter is not level 2. That's why the TC is not coming yet. Lich is there with an orb. But we do have the Orb of Lightning. But it's not enough. But the distraction keeps 120 busy for this one. It's not a tiny Great Hall. So if he loses it, it's not that bad. But he prioritizes this over the TC. So if there's a fight now... and he can't TP out, that could be bad. Scroll of the Beast. Again, no Dispel on Orcs. And 10% or no, 25% damage on Fiends is nuts. Dark Ranger again. No Pit Lord. He wants the silence over Howl. This time the Undead gets the Watch Award, Boots of Speed for the Lich. Fly claimed both of the Watch Awards for him. And again you see how important the statues are, that he invested in Invo Potion for it. Call Nova on the Raiders. Shadowhunter is silenced, can't use his heal wave at the moment. It's level 3 though, it's too late for the Grunt. How many calls do we have left? 3 of them. FoCuS losing 2 grunts here. And the Raiders ensnared as well. Wow, heavy losses for the Korean org. How can he fight back? It's only the heroes basically remaining. 34. He doesn't get the Fiends. Of course not. Scroll of the Beast has been used. Blade Master in trouble, has to retreat. And yeah, without a TC, without too many Raiders, he lost his entire army to this while creep jacking. This is how good a Scroll of the Beast can be, but he does have an expansion. It's running with only 1. Okay, now he sends them over. Will it be enough time for FoCuS that it pays off and he can build a strong army? Helm of Valor, Strength and Agility, meh. Still sold the Crystal Ball, and now the Expo is running. Flute of Accuracy in this matchup, okay. Supply is wrong. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't check for it. Oh, Tome of Experience for the TC, that's big.
Player's forces are under attack.
He's up at 41. Do we see a temple? No. Fiends and Destroyers again. So far the Blade Master is a little underwhelming. It is the plus 20 damage. But that's due to the Kodo, and the Kodo is gone. FoCuS can't fight this. Has to retreat as fast as possible.
A player's forces are under attack.
And he needs to buy time. Somehow throwing decoys or something. Going to the shop. Invo Potion, Big Mana, and Heal Potion. $58 versus 50. FoCuS wants to fight this again, and the engagement is good. Another Scroll of the Beast being used. There is again no Dispel. 2 Destroyers in the air. And he loses a lot of Raiders as the Lich is standing strong there. Another Raider dead. But he can't trade it equally with Fiends so far. Wow, he's sniping those Raiders so crazy fast. It's unbelievable. Calls the Fiend here to save it. Blade Master, as I said, damage is not that crazy. Invo Potion going for the Lich now. Wants to get rid of him, but there is no disable currently. No ensnare anymore. Heal away from the Kodo Beast to keep the aura alive, but that's not it. Level 3 on the Dark Ranger. Lich in trouble a bit, but FoCuS retreats, knowing I can't allow to lose everything. He has 900 gold. No invests and he is forced into a town portal. If 120 knows about the expansion, it should fall now. And he doesn't need Google Maps for that. Off we go. Slaughtering peon time it is. FoCuS forgot to reproduce units during the fight, and that bites him in the ass now. 43 supply versus 55. Again, focusing with Lich, Fiends, and Destroyers for 120 is almost perfect. Did you see how he sniped those Raiders?
A town is under siege.
Peons are gone. There is no TP on 120's side. FoCuS's army seems strong again, but there's nothing on the TC anymore. Silence on him, no Stomp currently. Backstab and crit, but only 100 damage. He didn't go for level 2 critical strike. That bites him in the ass as well. The Troll Berserkers, of course, profit heavily from the flute, but is it enough damage? I don't know. Stomp was okay. Kodo again dead, and the coil hits the Fiends that he used so much damage on. Berserkers fight the Destroyers. The coil there or not? Looks like it. No, it's not. Blade Master level 4. Finally, you see a big damage spike. This time the coil is on the Destroyer. Shadowhunter's in trouble. For the first time with those 2 best of 3, so Shadowhunter has been focused, I guess. At least it looked like it. 33 versus 34. Oh no, 52, I'm sorry. Level 4 on the Shadowhunter. And it's only the heroes. Look at all those Dark Minions. The Dark Ranger did such an crazy job. And now the Necromancer sends them all to the expansion. Is it FoCuS's last moments in this tournament? The Great Hall is gone. Level 5 on the Death Knight. What a perfect micro with this Dark Ranger to get all the summons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 skeletons. Everything that died was under effect of the Black Arrow.
A player's forces are under attack.
Unbelievable. FoCuS doesn't want to leave this game. He's 20 supply down. He gets the Boots of Kel'Thuzad now. If he can get a Kodo Beast and a few crazy crits, there's always an opportunity. But there's no Kodo here, and he finds him. Blade Master. There is an Invo Potion for him. He wants the Lich out. He wants the Lich out so bad. It's working so far. Critical strike. Oh boy. Everything is so low. Invo Potion, not using it right now. How much damage is there? How much healing is there? Coil. Lich is back to full health. Again, a lot of skeletons, and that's mana. That is walking mana for 1-0. There will be Novas everywhere. TC has no items anymore. There is a coil. There is a Nova. Gotta be careful. Here, wave. Oh, but the Blade Master was revealed by the shade. And now, as the TC is slowed, this triggers the Invul Potion soon. There we go. This was supposed to be used in the fight. Blade Master is out. GG! 1-0 makes it with a Dark Ranger control like I have never seen before. FoCuS fought hard, but it wasn't nearly as close as it was against Fly. So, despite his great shape, I think he remains on the A tier and does not move up. Bronze medal for FoCuS in the Taidu Esports Masters, and we get our rematch of this phenomenal winner bracket final. This time, not a best of 3, but a best of 5. I will take a little break here, and then I will answer some questions that you had in the meantime. So stay tuned to Back to Warcraft. Grand final of Taidu Esports Masters coming up. Once again, we have Fly versus 1-2-0. It's gonna be a treat for all us Warcraft fans here. See you in a bit.